Hey guys, it is Spooky Noodles, and I am here with a little collection. And now, before I show my collection off to y'all, just remember size doesn't matter. That's the theme of today's little collection, is size doesn't matter. And I say that, excuse me, because my collection is not that big. But it's not about the collection being big. It's about what you have with it and what you do with it. And my collection here, these books are great from my understanding. I read nothing but good, except for one. I've heard great things about all these books. So yeah, let me just get into it though. My first book by Ronald, this is a collection for Ronald Kelly, by the way. I intend to improve this collection as time goes on. My dog's barking at something in the background, so I apologize. She's downstairs, but you can hear her bark carries. Anyways, it's a Ronald Kelly collection. And yeah, I got a book recently, and I decided why not do a Ronald Kelly collection video. And I'm going to improve as time goes on. I'll buy more and more because I believe he has 15 total novels, and I only have, let's say, 5, so I got like 10 more to go. But a lot of them, all of his stuff is pretty much out of print, you know, so, or it's been renamed to something else. Like, I got tripped up on one book because I thought it was a different book. I was like, he made 2 of these type of books, but it turned out that no, they're the same book, just 2 different names. And he has a couple books like that. So if you see my list and you're like, oh, you need to get this book, but I already own that book, I'm gonna let you know. Sorry, I got like a scratch. I've been sick all day, all week. I've been sick, so I apologize. But yeah, we're gonna start with the book I'm not really currently reading. I'm taking a break from this book, not because of anything wrong with the book. The book's fantastic. That's how far I am to the end. I have, let's see, the book is 477 pages long. I'm at 319 or 318, my bad. So I have some work to do with this book. I'm getting there though. So let me put this book down so I can continue. And the book's not in that great condition. If you guys want me to read the backs of these, I apologize. I'm not going to do that in this video. I'll do that when I review the books. But for the collection videos, I think I'm just going to show you the books. I think I don't want the video to be like 17 minutes long with me just talking about what the book's about, you know? So I'm just going to show it to you, and if you want to know more about it, you can look it up on Goodreads, you know? But yeah, and this one still has a sticker on it. Let's see if I can really quickly. I hate stickers, y'all. It's like covering his name. Yikes. Okay, got it off. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Alright, this next book is called The Possession by Ronald Kelly. So, what is this about? I have no idea. But it's about a possession, I'm guessing. And everyone likes a good possession story. Yeah. I kind of want to read the back, but you know, because I'm so curious and I just got this book, so I don't know what it's actually about. I don't care about the condition it's in, because you saw Fear, it was in perfect condition when I got it, and I totally wrecked it, you know. So I'm not the best with books, keeping books nice, and the next 2 books I have are really, really nice looking, so they're gonna be trash by the time I'm done reading them. But yeah, it's Ronald Kelly's The Possession. In fact, I will show you the back to this, so you guys can pause it if you want to know more about this book. But yeah, there's the back. Now, we will go to the next book, which I am so excited about because I was doing a werewolf TBR a while back. And I started with The Howling. I read Steve Vance's, or Gary Brandner's The Howling. Then I read Steve Vance's The Hyde Effect. And then I think I read one more book, but I can't remember what it was. And then I stopped the TBR because I got a little sick of werewolves, because I was reading the best of the best when it came to werewolf stories. And there's only so much you could do with the werewolf story, so it was like almost like I was reading the same book over and over again. I mean, it wasn't like that, but it started to feel like that's where I was going. And I wanted each werewolf book to be fresh in my mind while reading it. So like the Steve Vance's one was more of a survival horror. Like it started off as a whodunit, and then it turned into something more. But The Howling was just fantastic. I think that's the best werewolf novel I've read so far, but I've only read like 3, so. And I still got Steve Graham Jones's Mongrels to read in my coming of age TBR. So, but enough of that. Let's go to the book. Moon of the Werewolf, which is also called The Undertaker's Moon or something like that. The cover for that one is okay, but this one is definitely superior in almost every single way. And yeah, here's the back. If I can stop shaking so much. Yeah. And I know it says it's from Tennessee. Like every book is set in Tennessee for him because that's where he grew up. My stories take place in Michigan, where I've grown up. But I can easily make a story start somewhere else because I've moved around the country so much. That's kind of a skill of mine I did not know I had. But I can write a story from the states I've lived in previously. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm really sick, so I got like some bad indigestion going on. But yeah, that's Moon of the Werewolf by Ronald Kelly. I mean, they're all by Ronald Kelly because this is a Ronald Kelly collection. So, yeah. Next is this book. I've heard some positive things and I've heard some negative things. And if I was to say which one I heard more of, I would say I've heard more negative things about this book than good things. But despite all that, I'm still super excited to read this book, as I am for every Ronald Kelly book I own. And that is Something Out There by Ronald Kelly. It's like what I think it's gonna be like what I thought Fear was gonna be. So yeah, I thought it was gonna be Fear was gonna be like a creature feature, but it turned out to be way more than a creature feature. So I'm very, very excited about Fear. It's like my favorite book right now. I just love it so much. As soon as I finish it, I will put it in my top 5 lists. Like, it's going to be in the top, probably number 1 for coming-of-age novels. But personally, my favorite novels are coming-of-age novels. So my top 5 list has like 1 or 2 books in it that aren't coming-of-age. So yeah. But this is a creature feature, I believe. And it's more like what I thought Fear was going to be. So yeah, at least that's what I think. Here's the back to it. If I can hold still. And also this goes under the name Dark Un, I think it's how you say it. The Dark Un. So that's the other name of this book. But Something Out There came out first. This is the first one. And that cover is sweet. But just to let you know, anything with the moon in the background immediately gets my love. Because I love moons. I love the moon in the background. But both of these books are like in great condition. So the possession's not in that great of condition, but I didn't care. I just wanted a reading copy. Maybe I'll get a better copy later on, but this one is a vampire novel. And I'm going to do a TBR for vampires next year. So probably somewhere in probably March, I'll probably do my vampire TBR. I want to get through my coming of age TBR, which I have a lot of books in that one, but I'm taking a break from the coming of age TBR to do my Halloween or my October TBR, which is a short TBR. Which is a short TBR. I'm 22% done with the October Boys, and I haven't even started Usher's Passing audiobook. But I'm going to start it on Monday. and I'll probably finish it Friday, probably. If I'm on it like every single day. Sometimes I dilly dally, like the No Sleep podcast will release its weekly thing podcast. And I like, that's a must for me to listen to their podcasts. I hope to one day have a story featured on that podcast. I'm actually going to, once I get my story edited, my short story, I don't want to give too much away because I don't want someone to take my idea, you know. But once I get my trick or treat story done, I'm going to send it to the No Sleep podcast, the Chilling Tales for Dark Nights, Dark Somnium, and probably my one of my favorite narrators, Darkness Tales. He like narrated a bunch of stuff when I was first starting off. Very nice guy, very good narrator. He narrated a really bad story of mine called The Chilean Centipede, and people were giving him crap about how bad the story was, and that was my bad. The story was bad. I'm thinking about redoing the story. And, yeah. But this is not about me. This is about Ronald Kelly. He's in the spotlight here. And this is called Bloodkin. I don't think I said that before. But look at that cover. You got, like, this dude with a sweet mustache. And then you got this church and a mountain, like, scenery in the back. I don't know if this takes place in Tennessee, but, most of his, let me really quickly, yeah, it takes place in Tennessee. I didn't know they had mountains in Tennessee, honestly. I guess they do. I don't know. I'm dumb. But here's the back to it. I don't know if I showed the back to something out there, but here's the back to the Bloodkin. I'm sorry for the glare. Nothing I can do about it. The lamp's like right there, and the lamp's for my tortoise's cage. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen my tortoise yet, let me wake him up real quick. Oh! No, he's gonna stay asleep. No, he's awake. He's just pretending to be asleep. So, looks like he's got some goop on his foot, so ignore the goop. There he is. He's awake. He's probably wondering why he's floating. But, yeah, that's my tortoise Chester. Let me put him in his water dish, because I don't think he's aware he has water. But yeah, that's Bloodkin, and that's a vampire novel by Ronald Kelly. So yeah, if I'm able to do this, let me see if I can. I know I can do 4 books, but I don't think my hand's big enough to do 5 books. Maybe I can. I just gotta down some. There's the thumbnail right there. Got fear kinda. Yeah. I got 5 Ronald Kelly books so far. I plan on getting a special edition of Fear, but that is gonna be in the future because right now I have a layoff going on. So I can't really buy much right now. I'm going to buy my edit, but other than my edit, I don't think I'm gonna purchase much of anything. So, yeah. Unless, of course, anyone wants to do an edit for free. But no, but that's my Ronald Kelly collection. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a spooky night. And as always, I hope you have a great day. Alright, Spooky Noodles is out.